Alright guys, so we're going to do a little comparison test, visual comparison test between some of the calibers that I own. Okay, so some of these that this is not all inclusive, but it'll give us a good idea. So these are just some ammo I had laying around. So I thought I'd kind of run you through each one and just kind of show you, talk about each one a little bit. This is kind of a complimentary video to the 9mm, why I chose 9mm. And we're going to do a little, my little pointer is going to be the Spyderco Civilian. So look at that stinking point on that thing. It is brutal. Anyway, okay, so let's start off here. The first one we have is the Federal 12 gauge buckshot with the flight control wad. Okay. Then we have the Remington Slugger 1 ounce slug 12 gauge. Okay. And then you can see right here, this is just some 20 gauge Walmart cheap ammo there. So you can kind of see the difference in size. It's more of a diameter size, really, difference. Okay, come from the top, looking down, look at that big old fat chunk of lead, man. Brutal. Okay. Then we have the Hornady AMAX 308. Okay, and that is 168 grain 308 Hornady AMAX. Alright. And then next to it we have a 55 grain soft point 223 or 5.56 by 45. Okay, and then right next to that, let's come out a little bit. My camera does not do well close up. Okay. Right here we have the 223 55 grain full metal jacket. Okay, let's bring these two out here just so you can have a nice little comparison. So that's 308, okay, versus 223. Little tiny bit of difference between the two. So, okay. Put those back, try not to domino here. Okay, so 55 grain 223. Next to that, we've got the 200 and something grain. I don't know what size grain this is, but this is a 44 Magnum Remington semi-jacketed hollow point. Okay, next to that, we have the 158 grain 357 Speer Gold Dot, which is my preferred load of choice out of my SP101 357 Ruger. Okay, and GP100 whatnot. Okay, next to that we have 110 grain Winchester white box semi-jacketed hollow point 357. Next to that we've got 125 grain Remington jacketed soft point 357. Next to that we have 158 grain full metal jacket with a truncated cone there 357. Reload. Next to that, this is, now notice the difference between the casing size here, the casing height here, and the casing height here. See the difference? Okay. This is a 38 special. This is 120, let's see, what is that? Yeah, 125 grain semi-jacketed hollow point Remington 38 special plus P. Okay. Next to it we have the 38 special Speer Gold Dot. Okay, 125 grain 38 special plus P Speer Gold Dot. Okay, now moving on to smaller pistol calibers. We've got a 180 grain, 10 millimeter, full metal jacket, truncated cone. Okay. Next to that, we have the mighty 45 ACP, and that is a Ranger SXT. I can't remember what grain that is. I think it's 230 grain. Okay. Then we have the 180 grain. Let's see. That's probably the best angle here. We have 180 grain 45 ACP Hydroshock. We have some Blazer aluminum. Okay, 230 grain ball ammo. Then we have my carry load of choice, which is the 124 grain plus P 9mm Speer Gold Dot. Now this actually is the this one is the short barrel version that I shoot out of my shorter barreled guns. Okay, so this has a little bit faster burning powder, so it maintains velocity out of a shorter barrel. So this is designed for like the 3-inch and the 3.5-inch barrels. Okay, so that's my carry choice out of the shorter barrels. Okay, same load minus the short barrel burning powder out of my M&P for home defense, for other carriage as well. Here we have an older Speer Gold Dot, 124 grain. Now, I don't know if you can tell the difference between these two. Let me bring them out here a little bit. I wish my camera did better close in. Okay. I don't know how well that's picking up, but and that's the older round. Okay, old Speer Gold Dot. I like the newer ones better. They perform a lot better. Then we have the same exact thing. I mean SXT, black Talon minus the black, 9mm Ranger, and that's 147 grain. Next to that we have the 124 grain Hydroshock, 9mm. Next to that we have the Winchester White Box 115 grain jacketed hollow point. Next to that we have a Fiocchi Reload. I don't know what grain it is. I think it's 115 grain jacketed hollow point. Then we have Winchester White Box ball ammo. We have Remington 115 grain. This 115 grain. This is 115 grain Remington ball ammo. And then this is a South American made ball ammo. Next to that, we have CCI Stingers. Okay, so this is a CCI Stinger right here. Let's bring these forward here. Make it a little easier for you to see. Okay, so this is our Stinger. Okay, 22 LR, 22 long rifle. Okay, so that's your CCI Stinger 22 LR. This is your CCI Mini-mag. Alright. And I don't know what the grains are. I think this is a 32 grain, and that's a 38 grain, I believe. And that is your bulk Federal Champion jacketed hollow point. Right there. So this is loaded in my 1022 mags for self-defense, if we ever were to use this. Also, I shoot this out of the North American Arms 22, little tiny 22 revolver. Okay, line those back up. So there you have it, guys. Just a little comparison, going from little BBs. Sorry I don't have any 40 caliber. I just do not own a 40 caliber, so I don't stock it. That'll change. I'll be getting me something, and I'll be able to compare it then. So recap real quick. Actually, no, we're not going to recap. Alright guys, there's your look at it. See you later.